Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about One Punch Man World. We're about a day away from the release, and this game is so messy in like trying to understand what's going on with 3 different versions, what rewards we're getting, launch time, all that stuff. So I've been doing some digging. I'm going to give you guys the best information I have about it on free pulls that we're going to get to reroll with. I will do reroll guides and stuff like that once the game does actually launch and we see the process that they have available for us. But there's a lot of sketchy information because we have like an NA version, we have an EU version, we have an SEA version. They've all got different social medias and they've all got different stuff that they're posting. So we're going to go through it. Let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, I want to go through what we have in terms of the game. Now, the best way I think for people to do this is just to wait for it to be able to download from your phone or whatever region you're in, and then go ahead and download that. The EU version already says they have a pre-download, but when I hit this, it takes me to the same website as the NA version, the exact same website. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe if I VPN to EU, it would allow me to download, but it's a bit sketchy at the moment. Like I said, best way to do is wait till it's available in your region and then just go ahead and download it. Find out which one you're on, because if I open up the actual game here, you can see this one tells me that this is the SEA version. So you can know what version you're playing once you download it on your phone, and then you can try and find the PC version based on that, because I think they will be different download versions. They're not just different servers inside of it. I think they're completely different clients, and that is the way I understand it. As you can see here, this one is like the NA. This is NA, SA, UK, and select EU regions, and then this one here is EU regions / MENA. I don't know what MENA is, to be honest. And then over here, we've got an SEA official YouTube, but they don't have a Twitter, so this is where it just gets confusing. And there's like an SEA Discord and stuff like that. The easiest way I look at it is I just went to TapTap, because TapTap, you know, have all this stuff from all the regions. So you can see here there's 3 versions of it on TapTap. If we go through them individually, this one says SEA, this one says US, and this one up the top says EU. So that is how there's going to be different versions. And then you can see this one has like the little Perfect World logo, this one has the Crunchyroll logo, and this one has whatever logo. So I think it's based on what publisher and stuff like that. It just feels really messy. It reminds me so much of My Hero Academia, The Strongest Hero, and it really gets me worried, but I still want to play the damn game. So that's what we're looking at there in terms of versions. Like I said, wait until your Play Store or Apple Store give it to you, download it, and away you go. Now, like I mentioned, I did download the game via APK because QApp had an available APK for the SEA version, and that's how I downloaded this one, just to a BlueStacks instance to check it out. Now, you can't start the game yet. I go log in with guest and it says it's not currently unavailable. Stay tuned. So we don't have that available yet. However, we do have, if we go to the notice here, we can see that it's going to release on February 1, 2024 at 8 AM GMT +7. So based on that, if I go back over here to try and find out the exact release date, if I go to time is now, you can see here, no you can't because my head's covering it, I'll just scroll down a little bit. You can see here that it's 8:06 and we're looking at a release time of 8 AM. So we're pretty much 24 hours away. However, then the confusing thing is, if we go to the EU version here, they've put this EU One Punch Man time count, which if we click on that and get the time count for the EU version, if it eventually loads, here it comes. Here it comes. It's coming, guys. It says it's roughly 21 hours away, so there's a 3-hour difference. So I'm not sure if the EU version is going to launch earlier than the SEA version and the US version. We'll just have to wait and see. But like I said, it's a bit sketchy with everything, trying to understand how it's all going to work. But we're roughly around that time. So if you want to look up time conversions, you can either go with the 8 AM GMT +7 on February 1st, and then you can convert that to your time, and then it's like maybe it might be 3 hours earlier if you're in the EU, and that's the basic way I'm looking at a release time. So yeah, like I said, it's a bit sketchy on the details that they are giving us. So the next thing I want to go into is the free pulls that we will be getting. So they've done the pre-registration and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go to this website, and the problem I have, this website, it's the same website that I get linked to if I use the EU pre-download. and it's the same website that's linked to if I go to the SEA website that they link. So I don't know really what's going on here, but we want to look at rewards. So pre-registration, when we take a look at it, the World Silver is the main one, and then the summon tickets are the other main one, because let's face it, we all care about summons because we want to reroll, and that's what we do. As for who to reroll, I'll talk about it once the game comes out. I've heard some opinions from people that played the beta, but in general, just, I'm just going to try and reroll to get 2 good characters or something like that. That's kind of my vibe at the moment. I'll do a full reroll guide with the process as soon as the game comes out. But this is what we have here. As you can see, the World Silver is the big one because that is going to be what is summon currency. On top of that, when we go further, they had this post. We've actually collected both of them too, the 6 and 10 million. So we've got the 6 and 10 million pre-registrations, which means we get an extra 200 World Silver from this one, an extra 500 World Silver from that one. So I just went ahead and added all those things together, and that gives us 10 pulls and 1300 World Silver. Now it takes 260 World Silver to do a pull, so that's essentially like 5 pulls we're getting. Now on top of that, if we go over here to the EU version, which the NA/global Twitter hasn't put anything out about this yet, but if we go to this one here, you can see that they say the pre-download's complete. They're giving an extra 250 World Silver plus an additional 5 pulls, which is this one that we're looking at here. So really we're looking like having about like 20-ish pulls for the launch, which is pretty decent in my opinion. It's not bad. It's a bit over 20 pulls. So that's a pretty reasonable amount to go ahead and do some rerolls with if that's all we get. But then the next thing that I wanted to mention is over here in this notice that we have in the SEA version that I downloaded. One Punch Man World will launch on yada 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 on all platforms. Enjoy multiple opening activities and receive free 20 draw. To express our gratitude for the support and love of the heroes, we have prepared generous rewards and activities. Stay tuned for announcements, upcoming server events, yada, yada, yada. So then they say the free 20 draws. Now, I'm pretty sure this is just relating to all the pre-registration rewards like we went through that I added up here, which is going to give us over 20 pulls. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I don't think they're going to be giving us pre-registration rewards plus another 20 free pulls, but that is sort of the information that we do have access to at the moment. Like I said, it's pretty scattered. I assume myself being in Australia, SEA will be my main version, like that I get default given. But like I said, it is very sketchy because we do have this global one, which is the, what do they say? This is for NA, SA, UK, and select EU regions. Then we have this one, which is for the EU and MENA, and then we have this, which is an SEA version, which I guess their main thing is Facebook, and they've got a different Discord and stuff like that you can go ahead and look at their links. And the reason I got to this one was a very strange way as well, because the global, because I knew there was an SEA version from TapTap, and I'm like, where's the official SEA stuff? And over here on the global version, Twitter, they reposted this, which is just a post saying that this is the official SEA version, and then they replied to it as well. So that's as close as I got to an official SEA thing. And like I said, this shit is so messy, but hey, I'm still looking forward to playing the game. I don't know how great it'll be, but hey, I get excited for new gacha games, doing some rerolls, figuring stuff out, and I'll be bringing some content from it. But that is everything I know so far from the mess that is the global launch of One Punch Man World. Still looking forward to having some fun. We'll see how it goes. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.